You're so brave. Look at that. You were so good. You did that. That is awesome. Looks at Jerry. That kid shouldn't get praise for being brave.
Why?
He wasn't being brave. That kid doesn't know why it's scary. They don't have the experience or the brain development to fully develop and be like, I could lose a finger right here.
Hi, neighbors.
How's it going? Hello, neighbors.
You can't just start it raw like that. You got to build up to it.
Okay. So this jacket,
What jacket?
this one that I'm wearing, that I got from JCPenney,
JCPenney.
costs.
Did you get it for pennies?
I got it.
Several.
It costs $180.
Those are 180,000 pennies.
I got it for $58.
58,000 pennies.
Does it really cost 180, or did they put that on there and then said you can spend $50 on it?
No, there's no like. Oh, the tags on it. There's no like
Just in case you want to
like,
return it. That's smart.
discount or anything. I got it discounted because I know people, and because I signed up for a credit card that I'm not going to use.
They gotcha.
Yeah.
Another scam.
Another scam. I thought we talked about this. I was supposed to be your manager.
Give us your information.
Okay,
All right.
so it's no.
No, not them. Us. Privately send it to me on text message. I need social credit card. Oh man, do you guys have any moments that you're just like deeply embarrassed about, where you were 100% in the wrong, but you were just so confident that you weren't, or something like that?
No.
I have one. I was.
I'm
at,
always right.
No, that's not true. I was at a new job when I was younger, and they needed my social security number, so I told them.
Okay.
And they're like, could it be anything else? I was like, no, that's my social security number. Like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. That's it. Like, did they type it in like this? And I was just like, kept reading it off. And he's like, yeah, that's what I have. I'm like, and it's this, not this, that, this. And they're like, yeah. I'm
I
like,
can't follow. You got to use real numbers.
okay. I'm like, it's 1, 2, 3, right? Not 1, 3, 2. You didn't put 1, 3, 2 in, right? Because it's 1, 2, 3. Like, are you sure? Or like, do you have it with you right now? I'm like, I don't have my card with me, but I know it's 1, 2, 3. And they're like, can you find out? Because it's not showing up as a thing. I'm like, and you have 1, 2, 3 in. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, okay, I'll call and find out, but it's 1, 2, 3. It was 1, 2, 4.
Nice.
There wasn't even a 3 in there.
Yeah, you failed.
Yeah, I was so embarrassed.
That is embarrassing.
Yeah, I was so
I would
confident.
never get caught telling that story to a bunch of people.
Why?
It's just so embarrassing.
So you're not humble. You can't.
There's a reason why when you ask me if I have any embarrassing stories, I just happen not to.
I just happen not
That's
to.
crazy.
I want embarrassing stories. Tell me. Make
I
me
don't
feel
know.
better.
I'm trying to think of some, but like
I have one. There's a old like arcade and skating rink when we were growing up down here, and inside it they had an old-fashioned diner, and they had all their tables and the fun little like leather seats around it, the, like car leather seats, the old-fashioned kind.
okay.
And they had glass holders for the straws on the tables.
Okay.
So I went to go get into one of the booths once, and I put my right hand on the table, my left hand on the booth seat, and I pushed myself forward. Turns out the tables weren't bolted to the floor, so the table flips over, and the glass thing launches and hits the ground and breaks.
Nice.
And I just watch them as they go around to every single table and pick up the glass containers off of all of them and put them away, and then put out the actual like boxes of straws on the tables instead.
You're the reason we can't have nice things.
No, I'm the
Yeah.
reason they can't have nice things, and they closed
Yeah.
down. It's actually now a call center, which is so sad.
Oh.
Yeah, it is.
Can we-
All of our hopes and dreams are gone.
Yeah, it was my fault.
That reminded me of an embarrassing story,
Sorry, what?
but it's remind,
Okay.
the past tense of remind.
No.
Are you sure? Like, if you rewind something, but you did it a long time ago, you rewound it.
Does this lead into the story?
No.
No.
Are you sure it's not reminded?
So,
That did a remind.
You know what?
to
I'm
me.
gonna say it like that from now on.
yeah, you remind me of something.
Yeah.
And so it's an embarrassing story, but it's not mine. But it's too good not to tell.
Is it mine?
No.
Okay.
It's
That's good.
no one that you guys know.
Me.
So this guy, Anthony.
Yeah.
No. So me and my friends, this was when I was in college. We were going to Panda Express.
Mhm.
which a lot of people have gone to.
I've been.
Everyone's been, right?
Yeah.
Or you know of it, probably. We're going, and it was one of the friends' first times, and he moved here from Sri Lanka,
Okay.
but like a while ago. Like he'd been around for
2 months.
5, 6, 7, 8,
Days.
some like possibly up
Almost
to 10 years.
Almost a decade, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember, but the exact amount of time. But he's been. It's not like he's just like, whoa, you're driving on the right side of the, I don't know what side they drive on over there, but he knew basically everything. It was all good. And we go and we're waiting in line, and he's like, what do I get? What do I get? And she's like waiting for him to answer. And
Bless you. Goodness gracious, girly.
cats having allergies. Okay.
Cover your mouth.
Don't
when
you dare!
sneeze.
Don't you dare tell my Nora, do what you want. How dare you?
Sneeze in my mouth.
Well, I don't want that.
How dare you?
Oh, she can sneeze in your mouth. Just not. I don't want her to get into the habit.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to be sleeping there.
That's the goal. I'm taking one for the team just to get you once. Yeah. No. So we're standing there, and it's like the long row of all the different entrees you can choose. And he's like looking. He's not sure. She's like, oh, well, you can try a free sample if you want. He's like, okay, can I try this one? I don't remember what it was. And she's like, yeah. And so she grabs the toothpick, stabs one of the like pieces of chicken or whatever, and hands it to him. And he doesn't grab the toothpick. He just leans over and bites it off. And I don't know if it's true or not, but in my mind, he was making direct eye contact the whole time. And she was stunned. And me and everyone else in the friend group was like, did that just happen?
Oh no!
What did he do?
Oh no! Okay.
That was hilarious.
He got my
So-
new bit. My new favorite bit. Thanks for that.
Yeah, you're
I,
gonna do
Added
that.
fuel to my
Oh.
fire.
I have a Panda Express story that leads into a story of something that happened this weekend as well. 'Cause I
Oh.
think it's the same person. We'll name them Jerry.
Okay.
Went to Panda Express with my brother and saw, free toothpicks, and grabbed a toothpick. If you don't know, at Panda Express, when they do the samples, you get the toothpick, you take the bite, and then you put it into its used container on the counter.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't know that, so Jerry grabbed the toothpick and just yum, 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 yum. This is a free toothpick, yum. Until later on when he realized what it was. Yeah. I did that once with you.
I was gonna say that reminds me of another story
Oh,
that's
goddamn.
not mine, but is embarrassing.
Yeah, go for it.
some
Tell
reason,
my story.
I remember other people's embarrassing moments way better than mine. I don't block those ones out at all.
No, not at all. Tell my story. What happened? What I do?
So edamame is a really good fun snack. You
So
pour
good.
it. You got a bowl of it, and they're like peas in a pod, except you can't eat the pod, so you get all the
You put it in your mouth. And
you get the
swallow it.
edamames out.
You suck the seeds out.
You suck the little bulbs of goodness out.
Yeah, you
and
suck
then you
the good
discard the
seed
peel.
out. And it's salty.
You get the edamame, which has mukamame inside of it, and then you use your
Which
teeth
are the
to
seeds?
pop the pea pods, the mukamame,
The
into your mouth.
seeds.
They're not. I don't think they're a seed.
Seeds.
So me and Brayden were hanging out, eating some edamame because we were roommates at the time, I believe.
Yeah,
We're just hanging out.
And you have 2 bowls.
And you have a good bowl and a discard bowl. And sometimes you're not always paying attention to which bowl you're reaching in to get your delicious treat out of.
Yeah.
And so
Delicious.
it's about a
seed.
50-50 chance that Brayden sucked on some of my used edamame peel.
I blame his baby blues. You know, if it weren't for his eyes, I wouldn't have gotten lost, and I wouldn't have made the mistake. So
Flashback to us eating it, and it's just literally just
Yeah.
eye contact.
the whole time, just
The worst day ever.
They're just making eye contact while sucking seeds out of a pot.
I'm the only one without blue eyes here. I feel left out.
Yeah.
I need contacts. This is stupid.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All
different.
eyes matter.
All I. I mean, it's true,
Not
but when you
everybody
use it
needs
in the
blonde hair and
context,
blue
it's
eyes.
kind of. So, this weekend I went ice skating for the first time.
Oh, sick invite.
Some experiences are meant to be missed,
Okay.
so that's why I didn't invite
Is
you.
this because of the edamame thing?
Yeah,
I told you I'm sorry.
I went ice skating for the first time. I went with my brother and 2 of his friends, one of them being Jerry. It was Jerry's second time, and I hopped on natural. I'm just goated like that. I'm so good. Going through the ice. I did fall at the end.
Did it
Very,
hurt?
very end.
Did it
I'm
hurt
telling you, dude, just block that out.
when you fell from
I
the
never
height?
fell. I was so good. First time all-star. I was speeding around the track, and it was great. They were having a hard time. It was on my Snapchat story for those of you who are cool enough to follow. There was a fun little bit where I was filming Jerry go because it was his first time. Essentially, he'd done it before, but never really did it. And I was like, "Hey, fall for comedic effect," and he actually fell, but he didn't hear me saying it. So it was good. It was well timed. It was right after I said it. Anyways, afterwards, he had never been to a bar, ever. So I was like, "Hey, I have 2 bars I really enjoy, and they're right next to each other. So let's go to them." So we went to the 2 bars. We stopped at one of them, had a good time. He had his first couple drinks. He didn't know like how to order at a bar and all that. It was all new to him. Good times.
Same.
Mhm.
We left there and went to one. to go
Usually I
get
just
some
tell
food.
them the plate, bitch.
Usually, yeah, and it's a problem. Yeah, it is a problem. Actually, we went to where you said that the first time was where we went the second time.
Yeah, I figured that you were into those 2 bars
Yeah.
over there.
We went
Both
there to go
really
get
good.
some food and get some drinks. Now, Jerry hadn't been to the bars much, and I guess he hasn't drank a whole lot. He had 2 Blue Moons at the first bar, and then he had a 10% alcohol. It was like 10.5% alcohol dark stein at the other bar.
Dang.
And he finished them all, and that was it. We went upstairs, listened to some live music, and played some darts, who I just destroyed my brother in. So good. So good.
The real reason he's telling the story.
The real reason I'm telling the story. Yeah, I
He
just
likes
want
to
to
brag.
Yeah, I just love playing darts, and we were playing.
And then anyway, I forget what happened the rest of the night, but I mean, I'm glad we got this on record.
I'm glad you finished the story for me.
Yeah, no problem.
No, so I after I destroy Connor, I beat him. I'm like, hell yeah, brother. I look over at Jerry, and he looks at me, and he has a smirk on his face. He goes, he's kind of down like this. And for you that aren't on YouTube, you're not gonna be able to see this. You don't get the full experience, and this is why you should go to YouTube. So
.com/athic.
Yeah,
whatever our
yeah.
URL is, I don't remember.
go to the
Uh-huh.
link in the description and
Yeah,
click
that
on it. So he's kind of bent over like this.
Lean forward.
Lean forward, and
Bent
he
over.
looks over at me, right? And he kind of smiles, and then he points to the floor, and I look over, and I look back at him. He has a smirk on his face still, and then projectile vomits onto the floor.
Oh my god. He
Was
called
like-
his shot. He's the Babe Ruth.
It was
Of
so
puking.
funny. I was like, did you just like, why would you do that to me? Got it on my jacket, which was like, he didn't throw up on the jacket, but my jacket was on the chair tucked in right in front of where he threw
Yeah, it
up.
was
So
in
the
the splash zone.
splashback got on there.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool. That's cool. That's so cool. And just the way he did it, the smirk too, just gets me. It was so funny. So I go downstairs. I'm like, hey, I am so terribly sorry. Our friend just threw up. They're like, first of all, he'll probably have to go. I was
Yeah.
like, for sure.
Mhm.
And he was like, second of all, we'll get it cleaned up. I'm like, yeah, I'm so sorry. So I go grab him, and Jerry continues to throw up for like another 2 minutes, just right there. It was
Jeez.
bad. It was real bad. So we take him out, leave. We go, and we're at the cars now to get ready to go. And Connor's like, "You're not going to throw up in my car, not again. I just barely cleaned up the throw up from the last time, I guess." And
Wait, wait, what?
I don't know.
Jerry
I don't
does this
know.
a lot.
well, this is his first time going to the bar. I guess there was one time where he threw up before. I don't know the story to that one.
Well, I'm just wondering how long he waited until he just barely cleaned up the throw up from the
I think
last
just
time.
barely got the stain out
Okay.
or something.
Uh-huh.
I hope.
Or did this happen like the night before?
Right.
You're not doing it again.
Like, no. And I'm trying to tell because Jerry is embarrassed, right? I'm like, no, dude, like you had 4 beers essentially, 4.
That'd knock anyone on their ass.
Especially if it's their first time. Like, you're good, man. It's a melting pot of experiences. You've never been to a bar before. This is a lot to, I get it.
He's
It's
like
fine.
melting pot.
Well, what he had
Triggered.
before that was cheese curds. So
Mm.
melting pot where we're at is also a cheese restaurant. So I'm trying to tell him the story of the guy that peed down the stairs, right?
Mhm.
And he goes, "Yeah, 1 second," and he walks over to the curb and then throws up again and just can't stop. He just keeps throwing up. So I have to give my little brother the garbage can I had in my back seat just in case, and I heard that he used it the entire ride home. The entire ride home. He was just thrown up in the bucket, which is crazy. I've never.
I think he must have eaten something bad.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe the cheese curds were bad. But my brother had the cheese curds as well, and he was fine.
No, I think some people's bodies just get like trying multiple different types of alcohol plus food.
Yeah, I think like it was.
And he did. Apparently, he had done it sometime before that also.
Yeah, so I think.
So he might just need to warm up his system a little bit better.
Yeah, it was his first time having a Blue Moon. It was his first time having.
Which is not a hard drink though.
No, I think what I think it was the Stein. Yeah.
And especially those like 10% plus beers or whatever they're called.
Yeah, real dark beer. I think if you would have stayed with lighter beers, it would have been fine. But I think the mixing to the darker beer is what got him. So that was my weekend as far as that part was concerned, which was pretty all right. But I hear Buddy had a really good weekend.
It was great. Yeah.
Or that.
I hear
Fine.
Anthony had a really good weekend.
Yeah, just pop it, dude. You don't have to make it a big ceremony.
What if I beat him to it?
Just get the cherry and just pop it.
Do you not have one?
No.
Do you want an energy drink?
No.
Why?
Because it's
you'll
the
tell
time.
us when you tell us about your weekend.
I know, I got it. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Nice. I think Buddy's was the best one. I like that.
Hydration. Okay, anyway. No, I went out of town to visit my family. We went, rented like a cabin on a ski lodge area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Had fun in the snow.
Did you have fun in the snow?
Yeah, it was good. We get up there.
Can I ask a very important question first?
Mm-hmm.
You were worried about buying the wrong color snow pants. Did it matter?
Did you buy pink?
No.
Then you bought the wrong color.
I ordered a black jacket, black ski pants, and I already had like black boots, black gloves. So I was just going blacked out.
Yeah.
But, I
You
got gray pants.
Oh, okay.
That's better.
So
than
I just
brown pants.
ordered-
You didn't brown out.
I just ordered more black pants and got black pants.
Oh,
And then I'll
okay.
just return the gray ones.
No. Capitalism.
So that's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I swear I clicked black pants the first time, so it's the computer's fault.
It just doesn't see color.
We get up there, drive up there. It's an easy drive, and then it's not even really that snowy until hit the mountain, go up, roads all plowed, turn in, get lost for a while, find the cabin, snow,
Typical.
do some like sledding and stuff with the nephews, and it's all good. Drinking a bunch because it's my family, and that's like you have to.
It's initiation, or is it like that's your birthright? That's how you keep your claim inside
That's
the
just
family.
that's just how it is.
Do you have to,
I
like
don't
once
know.
a year you have to make a wizard kit staff? Have either
What?
of you done that?
No.
No. Do you know what it is, Anthony?
A wizard staff? Negatory.
Why did you say it like that? What do you know what it is?
No.
Okay.
Still not.
Okay. So when I grew up, maybe I just grew up with a whole bunch of nerds. A wizard staff would be you drink a beer,
Okay.
it's there. You get
Done
another
that.
one, you tape it on top.
Okay.
And as soon as you've had enough beers in one night to make a staff that's taller than you,
Okay.
you are an arch wizard. You are the wizard.
Okay. By like 6 p.m. then.
You're the grand wizard.
Grand wizard, yeah. The cheat was to do cans. Not cans, sorry, bottles.
Why?
Because then you take the bottle, which is taller than a normal can, and then you just flip it upside down, so you can get to the Grand Wizard status faster.
A staff made from glass bottles taped together sounds like a bad idea for a bunch of people that have been drinking enough glass bottles of beer that is taller than them.
Yeah.
I feel like you're just uncoordinated. I don't know.
I kind of want to do this, though.
No, what we can do with soda.
I want to do Edward 40 hands, and no one's ever done it with me.
I'll do Edward 40 hands with you.
Okay.
No,
Really?
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bet.
We'll need somebody else there.
Why?
What do we want to do?
What do you mean?
Could we do it at your... Well, to like, what if we want to watch a show?
We have to start the show before we tape up.
Okay. Yeah. Always Sunny in Philadelphia marathon. Run it through.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Can I
Edward
come?
40. No, Edward 40.
Please?
Okay, you
Hey.
can come, but
Here's the thing.
I won't drink.
We might need assistance peeing.
oh yeah, you can be our pee handler.
Or your pandler, if you will.
Yeah.
No, I'll just untape it.
Our persistent.
Yeah, you'll be
No.
consistent.
You cannot untape anything
Yeah, that's the challenge.
until both bottles are empty.
What if we just do it naked to make it easier?
Okay, I like it.
Okay.
Need to change the channel, or if like
we flop it.
yeah. The thing comes on. It's like, are you still watching? It's like, yeah, sure am.
I love it. Yeah.
And since it's always sunny, it would probably be hard.
100%. I mean, have you seen when Mac gets hotter?
Hotter. Good
Yeah.
save. Nice. You mean the episode where the season where he becomes fat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just so much more of him to love.
Oh, he's cultivated so much mass.
He's massive.
He is massive. So anyway, yeah. So it's all good, and we're drinking that night. When I first rolled up, my sister and my brother-in-law were like telling me that my brother wanted to do more jujitsu after the last.
The one
time
from last, like 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, and so I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I probably won't do that this time. I'm just like unloading my car, and then I see my brother, and they're talking about it, and he's like, no, like they were messing with him because I guess after he told them the story, they've been teasing him about it.
Oh no.
So he works with my brother-in-law,
Okay.
and I guess the next day he like was super sore and like couldn't turn his neck.
Oh no.
So he was like doing the full body to look at everything.
I will say this story so far has been the biggest thing that's made me want to get into BJJ.
Good, yeah.
Not because I want to go fight people about it, but the athleticism is what is intriguing me at the moment.
Oh, you use core muscles. That's what's
Okay.
up. Yeah, I don't know.
You use your
I don't know what all
system.
you use a lot of muscles that you don't normally use. Anyway. So tease me about that. We're drinking a bunch. I'm losing the track of the story because we keep side tangent.
That's my bad. You're making wizard staffs.
Sledding. It's all fun stuff. Drinking a bunch. Anyway, we go to bed, and there's like 3 beds upstairs, queen size. There's 2 big sofas with recliners coming out, and then there's bed downstairs.
Okay.
So between like my whole family, everyone's got a place to sleep. Because I'm nice to my nephew and I love him, I'm sharing a bed with my brother
Okay.
instead of making the nephew sleep downstairs on one of the couches.
Mm-hmm.
Nice person, basically the best.
Yeah, you're like a god among men.
It is hot as hell in this cabin because it's so well insulated, and there's a heater on in every room.
Oh wow,
It's
on
insane.
currently. Is your brother a space heater of a human as well?
No, I don't
Okay.
think so.
Are you guys? I'm a space heater of a human.
I sleep hot. I don't know if I like actually generate heat to other people or if it just feels hot to me.
Mm-hmm. I generate a lot of heat
Okay.
when I sleep. I get hot.
Damn it.
You look hot.
Thank you. You,
Edward
I
40
like your
Hands
jacket.
night is going to suck then because I can't. Anyway.
you can't what?
What?
Wait,
It's
hold
going to be
on.
uncomfortable at the end. Anyway, so
Why?
turn off a bunch of the
Hold
wall
on.
heaters and we open the window to the bedroom that I'm sleeping in. I'm sleeping on the side of the bed that's right next to the window.
Oh, nice.
And I'm chilling. I bring my own pillow and my own blanket. I go to sleep. And then shortly after, my brother comes and goes to sleep. Okay. If there is ever a snoring competition, I would bet so much money on him
Really?
that night. Okay. I've shared a bed with him before. It hasn't been that bad. That night, it was like, I don't think he did this, but if he was actively trying to annoy me with the most horrible snoring sounds ever, he couldn't have done a better job.
Oh no. It's
But-
probably the alcohol.
I'm sure it's I'm
Yeah.
worried about his health. Pretty sure he's going to die. The only reason I don't think he actually did it on purpose is because there's no way anyone could do that for like the 5 hours that it was going on.
And still seem rested the next day.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. No, he drank a lot. So we were drinking a lot. I go to bed. He comes up. He's like, he's fumbling around in his stuff. Grabs something. He's like, buddy, do you have a lighter? And I was like, no, I don't have a lighter. Like, I don't smoke anything. She's like, okay. And he walks away. I think he had a joint. A little while later, he comes back up. I'm like, I suck at sleeping and it's hot. So I'm just like laying there waiting to pass time and sleep.
Mm-hmm.
He comes back up, digging through his stuff again, falls forward into the dresser, hits the bedpost, and then into this little tote he brought to pack all his stuff. So loud. People downstairs are like, "Are you okay? What happened?" "Oh, Dusty fell." Super funny.
His name's your
Dusty.
brother, Dusty, and
Doxed.
your
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah.
And what are the other names?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Well, we want to know.
We're the only E's, if that makes.
We
you
want to
feel
know
better.
all of the reindeer names.
Yeah. Well, it's just us. Dude. We make the sleigh fly. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. He falls, gets back up, digs through his stuff, grabs another one, looks over. "Buddy, do you have a lighter?" Still no, dude. Also, it's like 1 a.m. I don't know if you like. It's probably just bedtime, dude. We're going snowboarding like bright and early in the morning.
Yeah.
As soon as the lift is open, we want to be up there and going. He goes again, disappears, comes back. He's laying there, snoring as loud as possible. And so I'm sleeping on his right. I'm like, oh my God, this is terrible. After a while, I flip upside down, like foot of the bed is where my head is now,
Okay.
just to
you
make a
180.
little more space.
Yeah.
I'm not using my blanket because it's so hot, so I just drape it over my ears to make it as quiet as possible. And he's just going. He'll snore and snore and snore for like 45 minutes straight. And then I'll hear him wake up, chug water, and then go back to
ask you
bed,
if you have a lighter.
and then snore like 12 seconds later. I'm like, how'd you fall back asleep that fast?
That's crazy, yeah.
And then every once in a while, he'd be sleeping like this, and his knees are bent, and they'd both just like hit me
Oh.
because he'd like turn into me.
Oh,
and so I'd like
man.
shove his legs across. So that goes on until like 3 a.m.
Did you ever think about just getting up and using the pillow to?
Oh, several times. But it gets
like
worse.
he won't die, right? He'll stop,
I would hope
and
so.
then his body will auto-regulate and start to breathe again. But
I thought about a few things. But so it was like my other nephew was on one of the couches, and then my niece was on a couch. And earlier, when I was like trying to chill and stuff, my niece was like pushing me off the couch because she wanted her bed, and I felt kind of bad. So I was like, ugh, I want to go anywhere else to sleep. I almost went to my car, but it was way too cold.
yeah,
So I just toughed it out. I'm like, whatever. Finally, at like 3 o'clock, just like a switch hits, and he stops snoring. I was like, how? Okay, I can go to sleep. Maybe 30 minutes later, I'm like finally dozing off. It's so nice. And then just like, no.
Oh.
I hear all the snow that had piled up on the roof of the cabin slid off and like crashed into the road. It was so loud, especially because the window was open right
yeah, and
there.
they probably had ice on it too, and like,
Mhm.
yeah.
So then I was awake for a little bit longer. Probably at like 4 or so, I finally get to sleep. Guess who has their alarm set for 5 a.m. because they work on Saturdays normally?
Your brother.
My brother.
Yeah.
So his alarm goes off. I'm like, what the fuck? And so he gets up out of the room, and like his phone was like with his stuff at the foot of the bed.
Oh no.
Grabs it, alarm off. I'm like, okay, fuck, okay, good. 15, 20 minutes later, alarm goes off again. I was like, what? Does he have multiple alarms maybe? Because like sometimes I'll do that like if I have to wake up. So he stops that one. Every like 15 minutes, his alarm goes off because he's snoozing it.
No. No, that's so frustrating.
Ugh. So it goes off at 7 o'clock, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm not sleeping. So I just get up and go downstairs, pissed off at him.
Okay, I want to say, from it sounds like from the story you get like this, but Anthony, do you get irrationally angry when you're trying to sleep and you can't? Just the smallest thing happens.
Wait, what is irrational
Or maybe
about what I just said?
It might be irrationally angry, yes.
Yeah.
But like, for me, if I'm trying to sleep and I can't, right, the smallest thing happens, and I feel like the amount of anger I get is disproportional for what happened, right? Do you get that way?
Yeah.
Right, it's the worst. I'll be sitting there
I've
and I'll
had
be
friends. I'd be like
Sick.
Sleeping at like Nash's house, for instance, and he's like sometimes he'll like, or I used to sleep at his house. I don't go there anymore.
yeah, you're an adult now.
But he used
You
to
can still
sleep
sleep
on his back. If he ever slept on his back, he would snore so loud.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting.
And I'd
I
be
sometimes snore on my back too.
yeah, and I would be like seething, just like wanting to be like, Nash, turn over, please.
Just move him.
I can't sleep. He's bigger than me. He scares me.
You should,
He's sleeping, just like Brayden was saying.
yeah, just put, yeah.
But he also won't use a pillow.
Oh,
So it makes it even worse because he'll just like.
Oh, nice.
don't do that. I don't.
You
Called
know.
out.
I don't use a pillow.
Yeah.
Apparently, I snore, and I never knew I did.
I have a very small snore. Mine's like a.
That's what you guys think.
That's what I've been told by
Yeah.
multiple sources.
So we wake up, go snowboarding. Snowboarding's good. Didn't crash.
Really?
We're riding.
You didn't crash at all.
Nope.
Really? You just
I
left
was
that part out.
I was being very careful. So I'm like doing the babiest, safest stuff,
Yeah.
and then slowly incrementing throughout the day.
Do you think if you would have crashed, it would have that would have been it?
Going into it, I was like, if I crash hard like one time, I'm done.
Mhm.
Like, if I like kind of crash a little bit, but it's
Yeah,
not
you
even a
fall
big
on
deal.
your
Like,
butt,
whatever.
you're like,
Yeah,
okay.
I would have been like whatever. But like I was going into it like I'm not getting injured this weekend,
Mhm.
especially not more than once. Oh, that was the other thing. So we wake up at like 8:00 to get ready to go up to the lift, and
Well,
he's not
everyone
up.
else wakes up.
We all wake up, and my brother is still sleeping, and we're like, "Okay, we're going." We set the time. We're going. So we leave him. He's up there specifically to go snowboarding. He loves it. He has his own gear and everything, and then at like 11:30 when we're like, "Okay, we'll do like another run or two, and then we'll go get lunch." We see him getting his stuff at the lodge, getting ready to start. So that was classic.
Mhm.
I give him a bunch of shit that was not joking at all about him and his alarm and his snoring and stuff. And I'm like,
Give me
hey,
a taste of it.
no.
Okay.
I'm sleeping downstairs on one of the couches because it's got a recliner. I'll just pop out,
Yeah.
and then my niece is short enough she can sleep to the side if she wants. She was actually going to sleep downstairs with my brother and sister and brother-in-law. And so it was all good. So I go down. Next night, we're all drinking stuff. Everyone goes to bed. It's me sitting up where I'm going to be sleeping. My brother at the other end of the sofa sitting there. And then my stepdad who pulled a chair in from the couch. And we're watching a movie.
Okay.
Just hanging out. We're watching a movie because this TV does not have a remote. It's just connected. I don't know how she did it, but my sister, when they first got there, connected her phone to it.
Oh yeah.
control
You can download like universal remotes as well.
Yeah, so she did that, and so I didn't know how to change it or turn it off. So I was like, I guess I'll just watch this and then go to sleep. They're watching it, and my stepdad is sitting there, and he's doing the
Mm-hmm.
just like for like 20 straight minutes. I'm watching
Yeah.
him do this. I'm like, dude, just go to bed.
Yeah,
He finally gets up. I was like, okay, cool. He goes outside, gets a beer, comes in, sits down, starts watching the movie. And I was like, okay, cool. I look over, Dusty is just like passed out
and he's
on
not
the chair.
snoring.
He's not snoring at all. So I was like,
motherfucker.
okay. I mean, I guess he can sleep there until he starts snoring. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then my stepdad gets up, goes over, makes coffee, gets coffee, drinks coffee, sits back down for like 30 seconds, and then gets up and goes to bed. I was like, okay, bro, why didn't you just go to bed?
That's crazy.
After a little bit, he starts snoring. Kick him, go back up. And then at 5 a.m., he left his phone downstairs. And his alarm goes off.
Oh, that one would kill me. I would have thrown his phone outside. That would have been my tipping
He
point.
doesn't normally have his alarm set for Sundays.
Why did
So he set it
specifically
to wake me up again. And he left his phone downstairs to wake me up again. And I think he fell asleep downstairs because he wanted to see me when I got pissed off when I woke up again.
You think it was intentional?
I do.
100%.
I do. Because there's no other
Oh,
reason why he would
man.
pass out down there. Oh, my God.
Yeah, his phone would have been placed outside.
So I have no sleep
Wait, still?
still.
Ow.
That was last night. So.
How was driving here today? Was
Not
that
bad.
dangerous?
Nah, I was fine.
It was. You were okay.
Yeah. Other cars just move out of the way. Like,
Have you guys ever had to pull off to the side of the road to fall asleep?
I have.
Me too.
one time I had to pull off to fall asleep. Usually I'll pull off, go to a gas station, like pee, rinse my face off, get like a drink or like some candy or something to keep me awake while I'm driving.
Usually, if I can get to a gas station, I can just sit there for a minute and kind of like do what your stepdad, right? That's
You
what you said?
stepdad the
Yeah.
It's not his real one.
You sure? It's not your real dad.
correct.
Oh, okay.
That would have been spooky.
That would have been crazy.
Because
No,
he's
that'd
dead.
You're just hallucinating here. You're like, okay, Dad, I get it.
I really didn't get enough sleep last night. Holy cow.
But I'll just kind of like sit there for a minute and just kind of
While you're driving?
no in the
Oh.
parking lot. And then I'm usually get for a minute. Hey, how you doing? Yep. You know it's because I'm gonna push you off again. She put nails in immediately. It's okay.
She's trying to hold on.
So, with this one, how does your brother walk? When he walks, is it loud?
No, I don't
No?
think so.
Okay, because I've noticed a trait, which we said we were going to talk about in the Patreon on this episode.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want the full context, you can go to the Patreon, which is patreon.com/thekickback.
Please do. We could use your support.
Or else.
Or else. I've noticed people that walk really loud.
Upstairs neighbors. Uh-huh.
Yeah, like, are
Mine.
people that I just usually do not like as a person.
Okay.
Like, I feel like if you walk really loud, you are a bad person. And if that's how you walk, I'm sorry to inform you, you are a bad person. Maybe you can just fix how you walk, and people will start to like you more.
Okay, cool. I have an addendum to that,
Okay.
but
What's your...
why do you bring this up specifically? Like, which one of us walks louder?
Neither one of you are bad.
Okay.
But, like, I was just wondering, like, usually
Sidestep
I've
that
noticed...
question.
Okay, I've noticed when people are... They walk really loud, one of the attributes and one of the reasons I don't like them is they usually don't care for others at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're the type to walk really loudly and then have their music blasting from their speakerphone while they're walking in a public place.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And that's just bad people.
Yeah, the addendum I was going to add on is like, I've had roommates and stuff in the past that's like, it sounds like they're mad at the ground
Yeah.
when they're walking.
Mm-hmm.
And then also it's like fridge, cabinet. It's like, what do you...
Yeah, they're just really loud people.
Like, I don't even understand that in the middle of the day when it's not really a problem. But, like, you also know that everyone's trying to sleep right now.
Yeah.
You would think. But,
Right.
yeah, I think you're right. I think it's just, like, they just have no concept of other people.
Yeah, that's just
None of that, splendor.
so close. So you got, like, a lot of the letters.
Yeah.
Sonder.
Sonder.
Mhm.
You actually added letters.
Yeah, I knew what it was.
Sure. I mean, tape says different, but
Mhm.
We don't record this on tape. That would be weird.
you don't know that. You do know
we
that.
record it on tape and then somehow transition it into like digital. That'd be fun.
Hey,
That'd
we just record it directly to tape, and then I plug it into my computer and then upload it.
Yeah.
Wait. Tape to... Anyway.
I go from computer to tape, and then I play and screen record.
That's what I think is like what kind of, like, I don't know what else I don't like about people. I think the only main thing I don't like about people is when they don't consider other, like, that's the biggest
Yeah,
pet
they
peeve
don't
for
have
me,
that
is
consideration.
people that just have zero consideration for others existing.
Mm-hmm. And people that walk really loudly, for me, the correlation there exists, and I don't like it.
Interesting. I thought you were going to be like, I hate people that, like, move their hips or something like a certain way. I was wondering how you were going to tie this in.
So controversial, but
Yeah,
no,
no one likes loud walkers.
Hey, it's not controversial because we're all in agreement. Somebody that's listening right now is like, fuck, dude, I walk heel toe and I slap like this when I
don't
walk.
think so. I think any loud walkers we have, we're like, yeah, I fucking hate loud walkers too. They suck.
Dude, you're right. That's probably 100% how they got down.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's why I wanted to clarify that it wasn't us.
Right.
I feel like when I walk or doing things in general, I'm just like tiptoeing
Yeah.
and trying to hide all of my moves because I don't want to put anyone out.
Just be real quiet. Also, it's just really fun to sneak up on people like that.
Yeah.
Like
Always practicing.
Well, as management, I love it because I'll walk up and it's just I go to the front desk and I'll just be standing there, and nobody knows I'm there, and then they'll turn around like, "Holy shit, Brayden, what are you doing?" Well, I'm just here at the front desk.
What a good boss.
Mm-hmm. Scaring his employees.
I love bosses that try to like sneak up on you and watch you
I don't
work.
try to sneak up on them. We're at a front desk. It's usually I'll be there,
Be
and
honest,
then somebody will walk in. I'll be like, "Welcome," and then the people will be like, "Oh."
So you're just like walking into your gym. They're like, welcome. You're like, oh, hey. And you see the other employee looking at him like, oh,
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
this is the experience you get here.
I have keys that are on my belt loop all the time, so they would jingle. Like keep them in my back pocket, so they don't jingle. Yeah.
Is that why you wear those shoes?
Wear these shoes?
Yeah, because they
No.
help you be a quiet walker.
No.
Oh,
So I wear barefoot shoes, which have a large
those don't
toe
look
box.
anything like bear's feet.
They
Mhm.
don't?
No.
And your feet aren't bare either.
I feel like I've been lied to with the marketing.
Yeah, why are they called barefoot if they're
And they have a
shoes?
V on them or an A. Sorry, I'm an idiot.
No, but isn't that a bear's foot in the zero?
XERO.
Yeah. Anyways, wearing the ice skates was hell. Because these ones, my feet are wide. My toes are just naturally a little bit more spread when they're sitting because they have more room. In those ones, they were like this,
Mm.
and it added an arch for some reason,
Oh, that's weird.
right?
Mhm.
So like my foot was just like cramping from lack of use. My arch was, which was weird. I didn't like. They were uncomfortable.
Dang. Does your shoe brand make ice skates?
I hope so.
You buy them for like the one time a year you
Yeah,
go?
well, this is the first time in 28 years
Yeah.
that I went. So
That's insane. That's your first time ice skating.
I'm terrified. I'm
Why?
scared. I'm gonna
It's
fall.
not scary.
Nope, I'm gonna fall. My fingers are gonna be gone. They'll be disappeared
Yep. Nope. Fuck that.
Why would your fingers go away?
because someone's gonna run them over. However, one of my little brother's friends fell, and he just like went on his belly, like splayed out like this, and just slid further.
Mm-hmm.
Not what you're supposed to do at all. They
Why?
tell you like when you fall, you want to curl up onto your side and like clench your hands, like bring them in, so that you don't have a thing hit you.
That can't be that common.
Dude, think about it.
Uh-uh.
You have blades on the bottom of your shoes.
Uh-huh.
They're gonna cut off fingers.
I don't think so.
Yeah, they're sharp.
You guys have
They have
phones,
to be
Google
sharp.
it.
They have to
No.
have. They have
They're-
to.
They're
Professional
like butter
ice.
knives.
Professional ice skaters put rubber on them when they leave the ice skating ring. They have to
Yeah,
protect
because
them.
professionals have to have them
Oh.
honed.
Another thing that happened this week, the Romanian World Cup champion speed skaters came to my club.
That's weird.
Well, they're training for this year's World Cup, which is this weekend. Like next week. The when you're watching this, it's this weekend.
Okay.
So yeah, they came down. They've been training at my gym.
And you're like, yeah, I ice skate too.
Yeah, I'm trying to rizz up the
Just went
Romanians. I'm just trying to get them to convert
Look,
to the American
all
side.
10 fingers. Guess you could say
I'm
that means
pretty
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
They're like,
Oh no, he's better than me.
will you join our team? That's the making of a TV show, right?
Yeah.
Where they show up and then one of their members is like sick or something, so they need to find a replacement, and they just so happen to run into you, who pitches yourself as like an expert skater, but you actually have gone one time in 28 years, and then you have to sell yourself as it because you've fallen with love with one of the team members.
Yeah, that sounds like a dodgeball-esque movie.
But then also like you're actually pretty good.
Well, no, he just does the training montage hard enough
Yeah.
to squeak it in.
Mm-hmm. Just a whole bunch of people that don't know how to play dodgeball, but they train a lot to get there, and then they go and
Yeah, but well, I guess, but they were never. But the hijinks of it. The funny part is that you have to convince people that you're actually good at something you have no experience with.
I can do that.
No, you
Name
can't.
one time you've ever successfully convinced someone that you have more expertise than you do.
Ooh, that's a tough one. So this one time I was hanging out with some very close and dear friends.
Okay, sick invite.
Yeah, and it was cool. And we were talking about one of my favorite TV shows I've watched, Doctor Who.
Okay.
Yeah. We had a good conversation about it. They were
As
none
you
the
would.
wiser. Yeah. I've never seen the Doctor. I've seen the first.
What?
No, that was a good time.
That would be good.
I was wiser about it.
Well, you already knew.
Yeah.
You already knew.
You
didn't
knew the
know.
whole time.
Yeah.
I'm getting lied to by both of my friends.
Let him
All of my
two-
friends.
All of your friends are liars.
All two
Damn.
of my friends. Oh man. There was something else I was gonna say. It's another controversial take,
Okay.
and it's okay.
One more.
One more.
We don't have enough time to fully explore it, but that makes it more fun.
We have plenty of time to fully explore it.
Drop it.
Okay. Kids.
Hate them.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
This
see you
has
next
been
time.
No. They get this. Let's take ice skating for an example, right? You go through
Dude goes one time.
Jerry's
and he uses
afraid
it for
to-
all of his
all
examples
my
moving
stories,
forward.
I know. Jerry's afraid to go ice skating, right?
Okay.
He's like, I am not comfortable in my abilities to do this. I'm gonna lose a finger. This is bad. And some 8-year-old kid comes off the rink, and this random stranger's like, "Oh my God, you're so proud!" And then looks over at Jerry. Not so proud. You're so brave.
Okay.
You're so
I was
brave.
like, what?
You're so brave. Look at that. You were so good. You did that. That is awesome. Looks at Jerry. That kid shouldn't get praise for being brave.
Why?
He wasn't being brave. That kid doesn't know why it's scary. They don't have the experience or the brain development to fully develop and be like, I could lose a finger right here.
Mm-hmm.
They're just afraid because it's something new, right? You have kids that go and they'll do bungee jumping, and then they're like, I'm 10 years old. If I can do it, you can do it. And you're like, screw you. You haven't seen the video on YouTube where somebody hits the ground and dies. You didn't watch Spider-Man where Mary Jane smacks her head.
Okay, but by that same logic, a kid that goes in for a haircut and they're terrified of the clippers because they're pretty sure it's going to eat their whole family, but they actually sit there and do it because they were promised ice cream after, they're like super brave then.
Yes. I think there is a change to it. If they are genuinely scared for like reason, like within reason,
Well,
and they do it, they're brave. But if you're telling some random 8-year-old or that 8-year-old's telling you that they're brave for doing it, that's where the issue is.
yeah, but I think it's all contextual or relative or some
Nah.
word thing that says like, if you understand something to be scary, even if it's not reasonably scary, but you still do it and overcome it, like how do you measure bravery?
Yeah, but
Like
my
it's
thing
all
is, like,
subjective, right?
if the 8-year-old did it and they weren't scared before, they shouldn't get told they're brave.
If they weren't scared before.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, because how's that brave? If
that's
you-
what I'm saying.
That kid must have been scared before.
Kids are getting too much praise. We need to dial it back.
That's
Mhm.
Our kids are too soft.
probably true.
They're too soft.
Yeah.
Well,
They have soft hands.
I think.
And I want their hands to be harder.
Okay. I mean, that's true,
Mhm.
especially in like America. Like most kids are pretty soft, right?
Yeah, like their brains are too squishy. You know.
How many
I
kids'
don't-
brains are you squishing?
What?
I don't feel comfortable with this conversation.
What?
Why?
I don't know.
We are the experts, and we're going to tell everyone how to parent their kids. And
I
raise their
took medical
children.
anatomy.
It takes a village.
There's only 3 of us.
And what
I am
is
the
the
captain-
U.S. but a very
I am the
large
captain of
government?
this
ship,
boat.
and I will.
And I
Okay,
will.
I will. So those are my controversial takes of the week.
I don't think the brave one is very controversial.
The foot one is.
I don't think
I
Wait,
think it-
oh, right. When you said that you like feet. Yeah, that is controversial.
No, there's
Yeah,
like
that's
a
pretty
whole-
weird.
No.
But like, I
Yeah.
don't judge.
No, it's cool.
But like that's not something a lot of people like.
Yeah. So
For
it's,
sure.
it's
Right.
but like, like do your thing, man.
Yeah, but
I'm just going to hide my
the
feet away
thing-
from you.
Yeah, the thing is like they like.
I feel
the
like I should put
neighbors-
my shoes on.
the
I
neighbors
never take mine
listened
off when
to
we're at
us.
Braden's.
Yeah, me either actually. So like the neighbors listened.
Yeah,
to
and
this
they'll know
earlier.
what we're talking
So
about.
like they
yeah,
know I
you're
didn't.
because you're weird.
No, they didn't. Well,
and-
I'm weird, but they know I didn't say that.
No, okay.
I've seen that thing where it's
Okay.
like, oh, the
I can't believe they don't
freaking
remember that section. It's
people
You're
with a
not
foot
even-
fetish. Like I wouldn't touch them with a 50-foot pole. It's like,
Mhm.
50 what pole?
No.
How many feet?
um.
No. I think the foot, the
Fetish.
walking one. How about that?
Yeah,
the
so
walking
walking,
one.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That
the
would be
the
smarter.
walking one.
So we can tell which one you're talking about.
Okay.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You have so many very
so-
specific takes.
My walking fetish one was weird.
No,
Or
that
sorry, hold on.
I think
No,
it's
well now it's weird.
I think it's controversial only in that, like I was saying, like nobody thinks they're the loud walker.
Yeah. Nobody realizes that they're the one with the big thumpers when they're walking around. I have new neighbors on either side. For a while there, my neighbors below moved out and my neighbors to the side moved out.
Can you use either side like that
No.
to mean down and to the side?
I don't know.
I mean, what is down but a side?
If I'm laying down, they're to the side of me. I don't. I lay down on the floor when I sleep, and they're to the side when I lay on my left or right side.
I definitely don't like this conversation.
Anyways, the neighbors below me
Okay, the neighbors below you.
are really loud neighbors in the same way that neighbors above you can be loud neighbors. And I don't get
Okay.
it.
How?
I don't know what they're doing
Hmm.
at all. But like neighbors above you, they stomp on the ground. You're like, why are you stomping on the ground?
Mhm.
My neighbors below me stomp on the ceiling. I don't get it.
To be fair,
I don't understand.
I have done that to upstairs neighbors before, but they started it.
Yeah. No,
So maybe you're the loud
no, it would be
walker.
like, it's like I'm sleeping. Like I'm trying to go to bed. And then all of a sudden,
after a long day of walking,
yeah, all day.
trying to get your steps in.
Yeah, no, I have to do that at
If
work.
that happens, just jump up and down.
No, I don't want to like cause any issues. You know,
I'll jump up and down for you.
I'm hoping that it's just that they're moving. So like they're putting things together, and while
That's
they're
what I
putting things
thought.
together, they're just like accidentally smacking the ceiling a couple times.
It can't be direct contact with the ceiling. That's like
I don't know. It's
just
like
that has to
slam
be
the floor a
intentional.
couple times every time they do it.
I also, I mean, to be fair, I am the guy with 4 cats.
I was gonna say, what if one of your cats is a loud walker?
And like cats do get the zoomies in the middle of the night, you know? And I don't know what it sounds like because they are cats. They're not too heavy, but if they're running around chasing each other, having a good time at night, it might be loud for them underneath. I don't know. I haven't had any complaints in all my living with them, so
I don't know.
I don't know either. But it's the weird. Like I was playing Lethal Company yesterday, and I was just sitting down over here playing,
Sick invite.
and then dun, 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 underneath me, and I'm like, what is going on? Like why? I'm just sitting here doing this. I'm not even. My feet aren't moving.
But you think they're actually touching the ceiling with something,
Yeah, it's very
not
like
the wall.
No.
I have a story. One time
She got me.
at this party,
Good job. Got the DNA.
at my 21st birthday party, we were doing kickstands.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, remember that? Do you remember the really tall guy that was there?
You.
No.
No, you are.
It was like a almost 7 foot tall guy that was there.
Nope, I
It's like
blocked that out.
6'8".
I feel like at that point, it's like when you look at the mountains or something, and like the clouds only go so far. How can you see the top?
Yeah, I know.
Like past 6'5", I don't know.
Yeah,
It's a
he's
mystery
pretty
up there.
tall. He like made a comment on the top of our fridge and how we don't dust. Like that tall.
So he's like the worst. Well, I mean, that's not that tall, right?
7 feet.
No, like to look at the top of a fridge and be like, oh, you guys don't dust.
I feel like to see on top of the fridge casually,
Yeah.
you've got to be like 6'4", 6'5" plus, which is fairly tall.
Yeah, it's tall, but it's not like 7 feet. It's tall. It's taller than the average by a
Well,
lot.
let's just say this. We were he did a keg stand and left footprints on the ceiling.
Nice.
Yeah.
But like that makes more
How
sense.
tall is a keg?
Yeah, no, like keg stands like this tall. Like I would leave floors. I in this room would put marks
No, you wouldn't.
on the ceiling if
No,
I were
you
doing a
wouldn't.
kickstand.
No.
From there, I
No.
feel like you'd have to be like,
Yes.
No.
Kegs are about 3 feet tall.
No.
The average kegs are like 3 feet tall. The average room is what, 9 feet tall? I'm 5'6" when I'm standing. I have my arms out here. My wingspan's probably enough to hit the ceiling.
you know what? There's only one way to test this theory.
There's a chair.
'Kay.
Let me stand on my chair. Right? Because
No,
they're gonna be taller than this chair.
Okay.
Right?
I'll translate what Brayden is saying.
Here.
I'm here. He can fingerprint the top, but your feet wouldn't be there.
But this would be like another foot taller.
No. My
This
feet
would be
didn't
another
touch the
foot
ceiling
taller.
when I
Yeah,
did
you
the
said
keg
no.
stand.
But when you did the keg stand, you didn't have the strength to go up all the way. You were
No, they helped me
crazy. I was part of that help. You were not. You were almost 90 degrees.
I was drunk.
Guys, let's do a keg stand.
That's like how it was. Yeah, so we had his feet up there.
I love
You
it.
were not straight up and down.
Well, why didn't you hold me up better?
It wasn't that. It was this on your end.
I've never keg stood. What does it do for you?
Nothing. It's just really hard to chug when you're upside down.
Yeah.
Chugging's already hard enough, guys.
Yeah. Why make it harder? I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Butt chug, yeah.
yeah, exactly. I saw in Jackass once.
It works.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know how. How do you even get the cave to open?
I still can't believe how drunk Nate got that night.
That was awful. My first introduction to the guy
Yeah.
pissing down the stairs backwards.
He took
The
14
backwards
Jell-O.
part is what gets me.
he took 14 Jell-O shots.
Ooh,
And that wasn't even, that was just like the start of the night, you
Yeah.
know? He had beers, he had mixed drinks, kept taking Jell-O shots.
Which is crazy because when I got there at 11, he was passed out. Can you imagine being so drunk that you're asleep before midnight?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Especially when you make bets with people.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. when you're going through. And I don't know. Anthony, I need you to tell us something.
Okay.
Like just something.
Oh,
I want more content from you.
I beat Brayden at Magic 3 times,
True, he did.
which is a new record for one night for me.
He wouldn't let me play the deck I wanted to play.
Well, it counters my deck.
I beat Brayden 3 times in one night. I stopped him from playing all the decks that would have beat me.
I stopped him from playing one deck that would have beat me.
Mm-hmm.
It was
one.
I built the deck. I got it all set up and built yesterday, and I played against his other one. And he's like, I want to play my other deck, but you can't play that one. And I was like, okay.
Well, he's just mad because he's literally like, I really want you to pump this guy, and then I'll just steal him from you.
No.
That's what he says every single time,
it'd be
and
fun.
then fling him at you.
It'd be fun.
That
Yeah.
would be fun.
Yeah. Let me do it.
No.
Why? Your guy comes out at least 3 turns before mine. So.
I'm not gonna win in 3 turns, and you have other creatures.
I get it to come out, right? And then on the 4th turn is when I do it. So you have like 4 turns to kill me.
I'm not gonna be able to kill you in 4 turns, especially because you ramp in that deck like crazy.
That is another like playing the. I'm not supposed to ramp in that deck like crazy, but I did. Cool. It was cool.
Exhilarating.
It was exhilarating. Anthony, what's a controversial take you have? Wait, hold on. You've not participated. Like, what? You haven't told us your embarrassing story, any controversial stories. You don't even have a story
you
about
guys
the weekend.
wouldn't let me.
Tell me it right now. I want all 3 of them.
How did we not let you?
You guys were busy talking.
Oh, so
That's kind of what
a conversation.
microphones are.
Yeah, I
For-
know. I'm not mad about it, but don't get mad at me when you.
Well, you're supposed to also be contributing.
I have been,
Mm-hmm.
just not as much.
Sure. Tell me your. I want to hear your.
What's
story.
your embarrassing story? I told Brayden's.
Yeah, I told mine too. Wait a second.
Wait, hold on. Let me think.
Let you think.
Okay, I have a really quick one. You don't pay attention. You think of yours.
Yeah, think
you
really
have to
hard.
tell us.
Cover your
Oh wait.
ear holes.
Was this with you when did you spill Dr. Pepper
No.
on yourself?
That was Tom.
Oh, okay.
Tom all the
So-
time would spill Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
That's not an embarrassing story for you.
I know. I was hoping to get one for you. I thought it'd be funny.
No.
So, no, I've told this one. Never mind.
Okay.
I have to have. Okay, past the trauma.
Pass it.
Unlock-
Bypass it. This is my
Unlock
therapy.
my
This is
embarrassing
it.
story.
I've told like my worst weeks.
No, I want.
Like I don't know
I
what
want
embarrassing things I've done. Tell me one and I'll tell the story.
You're like, tell me your most embarrassing story. So, the love of my life broke up with me. It was pretty embarrassing. Like, what do you mean your worst weeks?
Yeah. I want
like when I
embarrassing.
like had a bottle of piss thrown at me.
Yeah, no.
That's not embarrassing.
We don't want sad.
Yeah, that's
depressing.
sad. You're thinking the wrong thing.
I want
Well,
embar-
I
like,
know,
hold on.
but like,
what is it in
give
your
me
head? Can you
give me an embarrassing story?
I feel like he doesn't know what. Can you just
No,
describe
just
what-
give me one to tell. I don't know.
real quickly. What is
Today,
define
I'm really
embarrassment?
embarrassed right now
Define
because I can't
embarrassment.
think of an embarrassing story.
What does it mean?
I can't define embarrassing.
Yeah, we.
Okay.
Didn't think so.
Yeah, that one's
We
hard.
figured it
That
out.
one's hard to define.
Give me an embarrassing
uncomfortable-
story. We've been telling on
An
the dude.
uncomfortable feeling, I guess, is the closest I can get to it. But it's not quite uncomfortable. It's like almost shameful. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. But like,
Kind of.
I don't know how to describe it.
I don't. Only you would know your most embarrassing story. I think.
Well, we hang out. Don't you know something embarrassing that I've done?
No, you can do nothing wrong in my eyes unless it's on the podcast. Then it has to be wrong in my eyes for the plot.
Yeah, then he flips all of his opinions on you.
Yeah. Well, I can't think of any, so
Wow, that's
I
embarrassing.
suppress all of them.
That's so embarrassing of you.
Mm-hmm.
You
Think
don't
about
have-
high school. Come on, we can find embarrassing stories. We can't leave Brayden out all alone
Yeah.
because that's embarrassing.
No, no, I was just so effortlessly cool in high school.
What happened? Like, what changed?
What changed? Oh man. Wow, a lot. I started playing Magic.
Okay.
Hmm?
No.
I'm trying. I'm sorry.
Damn it, guys.
Because I'm thinking about the one time I was trying to make breakfast, right?
Okay.
Before high school. But I
Yeah.
know I've told this before.
Mhm.
And my mom is sitting there at the table reading the newspaper. or
Oh, I
something.
got one.
'Kay.
You already said it. Commit.
It's not that embarrassing. One time I was hanging out with Jordan
Okay.
when we were younger,
Okay.
and I really had to use the bathroom,
Okay.
but I didn't want to go inside, and we were in the backyard. So I went around the corner and went to pee in a bush.
Okay.
I turned around and started peeing in the bush, and then I looked behind me, and my grandma was right there, and she got really mad at me.
I've got a really embarrassing story. This one time, I stayed out too late and I got grounded.
Okay. So
Like,
one time
Embarrassing is not when you get in trouble.
I was.
Well, I don't know.
I was. Out,
It's embarrassing to get caught peeing outside when you're not supposed to be.
it's what outside's for.
That's a man's right. What do you mean when you're
bushes or
not
meat?
Yeah,
supposed
but like
to be?
peeing is awkward
Why? What?
in front of people.
You're embarrassed.
Wait,
In
wait,
front of
wait.
women. In front of women.
At this
Your
point,
grandma's not a woman.
how far down
She's your
did
grandma.
you pull your pants to pee?
Oh yeah,
Stop
that
me
could
when
be
it gets-
embarrassing.
No, it was normal.
What's normal?
Like just unzipping the top.
Oh.
Okay,
Front.
hey, I had a friend that he would zip down, right?
And then still pull his pants down.
No, then he'd go digging, and then he'd pull it out through the zipper.
Okay.
Do you guys do that?
I don't wear jeans.
Or do you unzip and then whip it out, right?
I
over
I
the
unzip
button.
and
Do you unbutton?
I unbutton.
I unbutton.
I unbutton and then whip it out.
Yeah, there's a reason I had a friend that did this. I just wanted to make sure.
So I was teaching parkour once. I know, and I was downtown where we live, which is where the temple is, and a lot of religious stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Jesus, I'm wearing University of Utah pajama pants
Sure.
and a black wife beater.
Uh-huh.
He was downtown where we live.
Okay. Also,
Yeah,
Sorry.
Utah.
University of Utah.
why do they call it a wife beater? And why are people just allowed to wear something called wife beaters?
I don't know why. Why it's not just called like a tank top, right?
Yeah,
Why is
and
it
like,
that
does she
there's a-
have to be my wife? Or like, what are the rules?
Can I be anybody else's wife?
when you
up?
wear it?
Ooh.
Are you obligated? Obligated?
Obligated?
Obligated?
You are obligated to, I think.
think
There's a
so.
quota.
Is it?
It's like a
Just like
badge
the
for a cop,
police.
right? You have
Yeah.
to meet the quota every month.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So I'm wearing that. The pajama pants are torn. I'm wearing the black tank top, the wife beater, and I was hanging out with Anthony like 2 years prior a whole lot. And one of Anthony's brother's friends was really into Wicca.
Okay.
Wicca?
Yeah. Wicca.
Yeah. And then me and Anthony went out and
No Wicca.
got some Wicca stuff.
No.
So I had a necklace that's a pentacle.
A pentacle?
Yeah.
Is that like a pentagram made with tentacles?
No.
No, it was I think pentagram is the upright one, and pentacle is the upside down.
One is with a star, or one's with a circle, one's with not. Pentagram is
The
without the circle,
upside down one
I think.
is a Star of David?
No.
Anyways,
That's the six-sided star. I think.
Oh.
so
I'm
I'm
gonna Google it
I'm
right
wearing that, right, which is
Okay.
usually attributed to the devil,
Yeah.
regardless of like the people hear the term and they think devil, regardless of if it's oriented with the star facing down or not. And I go into the temple area to go use the restroom. I don't remember I have it on. So I walk in and I look like a raggedy teen.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, hey, can I use your guys' restroom? And they look at me really weird. I'm like, yeah, they're just over there. I'm like, sure. Why are you guys being weird? And I go to use the restroom and I go and I'm washing my hands. And I'm like, what the fuck? I have this on. I felt so embarrassed for it. I then tucked it underneath the wife beater and walked outside and said, I'm so sorry.
That's pretty funny.
Going
Dude, that's the problem,
into-
is that you just get embarrassed by things like that. I don't get embarrassed.
I'm just a
like
good
that.
person. I care about other people's perceptions. Like I made those people feel uncomfortable.
No. It's their fault for not understanding what a pentagram
No,
is.
you don't have Sonder. How dare you?
No, I don't.
Yeah. You
So-
didn't understand what it was either. You tried to look it up.
Yeah, I know. But I know what a pentagram is
Yeah.
and a pentacle
Mhm.
now.
No.
But I knew a long time ago. I just
sure.
forgot.
Right.
Quick one, because it's actually about me and it's embarrassing.
Okay, I'm ready.
I was at work. We were doing a convention or whatever, and it's like you fly to a different place. And you have a bunch of people in the convention center, and for whatever reason, I'm put on like line duty,
Yeah, that's
where
what I thought it was.
the what?
No, keep going.
No, the majority of our clientele at this point were Spanish speakers, and so I'm trying to speak Spanish, but I don't know Spanish, And
Give us say something in Spanish.
hola.
Oh yeah.
So basically, all I know is like hola, and then they ask me like where to go or whatever, and I would say like allí, and I point to where they need to go, right? And then the other question I would get is like once they do their checkout and all that stuff, they need to how do I get out of here? Which the Spanish word for exit is salida. So I would point to la salida, and I would tell them that. And so I'm doing this for hours and hours and hours, and then there's like 2 women walk by, and they're like, "Oh, where's the exit?" I like point. I'm like over there, and they're like, "Thank you." I'm like, "De nada," just because I've been saying it all day, and they look at me like, because they're both like Latina or whatever.
So you look like you're just bigoted.
So yeah, it looks like I'm just like trying to speak Spanish for them because they obviously don't understand English.
Yeah.
But it just like my brain, I was like, sorry.
Yikes. I thought you were gonna say you've been doing that all day, but you realize you're just like Anthony's friend, where you'd be like, "Oh yeah, it's that way," and you're saying right and pointing left.
I would never do that.
When the Romanian team came in, I didn't know. I should have known that they were Romanian because it said it on their like Olympic
vampires.
jerseys.
Oh.
No, they had like their Olympic jerseys on that said Romania on them, and they came up. They wanted to sign up, and we have our agreements are in English and in Spanish. So I asked them if they wanted the Spanish one, and they're like, "Do we look Spanish to you?" And I was like, I just know I noticed there was an accent, and I just wanted to make sure I was being accommodating. I didn't mean to. I'm not trying to profile you. Yeah, that was bad.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Anyways, that was the Kickback, guys. Thanks for watching. We learned that I get embarrassed a lot. Buddy has like 1 or 2 stories, and then Anthony just doesn't know what embarrassment is. He can't define the term. We'll see you guys next time.
Hey, thanks for hanging out.
It was so bad.
That's so. Oh, you sound like you have an accent. Must be Spanish. I hate sinks where you have to press the button and the water comes out for about 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, I don't like touching the thing. I don't trust people's hands ever.
No, well, even the cleanest people, right? You start out by
Dirty.
touching it with the dirty hands.
Do you ever use your foot for it?
No.
That's so smart. Forehead.